Now let's dip our toes into marketing automation and set up a very simple workflow for welcoming contacts. And so you can decide if you'd like to use this method and start trying out marketing automation or the autoresponder we set up in the previous lesson. It's totally up to you. So don't do both exactly the way we've set it up, because then you'd have the same message going out to your contacts whenever they sign up. So you need to choose which one you'll use and delete or disable the one that you don't. So if you do end up fully setting up both examples, because you don't want the same message to go out to the same person when they sign up. So definitely just take a look, see which one you prefer, and then choose one or the other. But regardless, just knowing about marketing automation, knowing how to use it is a really great skill to have. So it's good to dip our toes and start experimenting with it. And we're going to continue to use and expand our experience with marketing automation throughout this program, so you'll get some time to practice. And so briefly, I'll introduce marketing automation to you, and then I'll show you a bit in the account. And so if you aren't familiar, it's your first time hearing about it, let's quickly go over what it is. Basically, marketing automation is just helping make your work optimized in such a way that your customers and your contacts will still receive personal touches, contact, and communication, but it's going to eliminate the need for you to feel inclined to physically reach out to a new customer or contact manually, or to announce and launch promos. It's also going to be really good for your segmentation, list hygiene, things like that. Things that previously needed to be manual can be automated. And so using marketing automation could be a good fit for your welcome message due to the flexibility and also the extensive tracking and reacting functions that you have available. And so a simple traditional format for a welcome message is just two marketing automation elements: the subscribed condition and the send message action. And so you can, of course, as I mentioned in a previous lesson, expand your welcome into a series and make it even longer, but we'll just do it super quick and simple. This is an example, though, of what a series could look like. It could take this type of form. It makes sure to welcome the new subscriber immediately. It gains their trust with valuable, free educational content without any sales pitches, not trying to get them to buy immediately. And it's only after some prescribed time of educational-only content delivery could you kind of start to send a bit more promotional, self-promotional, or sales-style messages. And the delays in specific order may all be customized to the needs that you have for how long you want to wait in between your messages. And so through marketing automation, you could take that example message flow above, but expand it to react to subscriber engagement with the messages, or begin your own tagging and scoring strategy, which we can cover later on. And so you can start tracking if people opened the messages and if they didn't, and what to do if they didn't open, or what to do if they did. The autoresponder we created was, that very simple, just send the message and that's the end of the story. But with marketing automation, we can start really tracking and reacting, which will be cool. And so we're going to see how to set up in our account this very simple two-step workflow. So I'm in the automation space within the account now, and then it's super simple to be able to create this welcome workflow that you can choose to use to deliver your welcome message as an autoresponder, as we did in the previous lesson, or as an automation workflow. Because as hopefully you now know a little bit more about that, automation is really cool because it gives you so many other opportunities to react to subscribers' behavior and tag and score and do all these things in a really automated way. And it's also very simple to do. And so when I go to create workflow, you'll see options very similar to when you're creating messages that you can choose from templates of workflows that are already put together for you, or you can build them from scratch if you want. And so there's already a welcome category, which is very handy. And you can see there's some options, welcome new customers, welcome new contacts, simple welcome message. And basically this is the one we're going through because it just sends one welcome message after a contact joins our list, which is exactly what the autoresponder was doing. And so you'll be able to preview any of these templates you wanted to check out, how many elements they have, how hard they are to configure. All that's going to be here. But this is the one that we're going to want. So I can just simply choose Use Template. And basically, it loads the workflow editor for us automatically with the elements that we're going to need. So it's super handy. They're already, put together for us. We just need to configure the properties. It's very similar to what we did, when creating our autoresponder. So here is the property element, the element that's based on subscription, which is exactly what we need. So we just need to, again, make sure we choose the list that where you're working through in all these previous lessons. The list that's specific when someone signs up via that form. You can also specify the subscription method, but for us, in this case, anyone who joins this list in particular should be receiving this message. But you can specify it if it's a specific form or a landing page, anything like that if you need to do. But we can just leave it like this. And then the next element that it's connected to is to send a message. And so this is going to be the welcome message. And so this is pretty handy since we already created that message as an autoresponder. We could actually choose autoresponder and then find it. This was the one it was going to be. Remember, this is what I called it in that previous lesson, chocolate lead sign up welcome. This is the one. And this is just a notification telling you we're changing the type of message it is to an automation type of message. And then we're done. This is creating, a very simple workflow to be able to automatically send a message. And of course, there's so much more we can do with automation. So I hope you'll check out some of the other help materials within Getresponse about how to do some more interesting things with automation. But, if this is as far as you want to go with it, that's totally fine as well. And so all we need to do is we can give it here a name, chocolate leads sign up welcome message. Click OK. And remember, if you're deciding to use this, you need to turn off the autoresponder, delete it or turn it off within the autoresponder space in your account, or don't actually save and publish this because you don't want people getting two of the same message whenever they sign up, because that's what would happen. So if you decide to use one method over the other, just make sure you disable the one that you don't want to use. So we can click save and publish. And this is all good to go now. We can see it's set up. We can go to manage workflows, and you'll see it if we go to, because they're sorted right here by name, welcome. I've got quite a few, but here we are, chocolate lead sign up welcome. So that's the one we need. If we ever need to edit it, we can do that at any point, and we can also turn it off like this if this is something that you didn't want to use in the end, or turn it on. And then just as a quick refresh, so you're sure, if you do decide to use this workflow and not the autoresponder we created in the last lesson, you need to make sure to go back to the autoresponder, find it, and I still have the two here for my example, but then remember, you can turn them off. So you don't need them anymore. So that's basically it. That's how quick and easy it is to actually use a tool like marketing automation, but through the use of templates and just doing something really simple like sending the welcome message, you can do it really fast and easy. And so in our next lesson, we are going to be talking about and seeing how we can use landing pages to increase your signups. And so we'll see you in the next lesson, and we will be taking a look at landing pages.